Hey, welcome. It's Meredith. I am here with our daily message for Wednesday, the 15th of June, 2022. We will be using the Modern Way Tarot for our message today. You know, we're tuning into the energy atmosphere. Speaking of, Sun is in Gemini, Moon is in Capricorn. How was your supermoon full moon in Sagittarius? What was released for you on the full moon? Share with us in comments. What else do we have? Oh, we have this amazing addition to the tarot table. One of the best souls I know made these for me just yesterday. Yes, I shared a picture of a similar item on Amazon, and voila, here we are. Now they're on my tarot table, handmade, crafted just for me. Yes, I'm feeling special about it. Stay tuned because these are going to get painted. They are going to have design put on them, and we'll be jazzing up the table. Yeah, we will. We'll be jazzing up the table. All right, let's get started with our cards. Energy atmosphere of the day. What's going on for us? Our first card. Hey, there we are. Four of Swords, rest and relaxation for the spiritual warrior. I know that many of you are glad to see this. And I feel that this card in its number 4, stability, has us taking a nice deep sigh, a good old-fashioned belly breath for the investment of energy that we have provided to what's on our foundation for manifestation, all the energy that's been moving in the cosmos from the eclipses to the full moon and Saturn in retrograde. I feel like we're putting our feet up, though I also feel like we are in great contemplation. I feel that the full moon brought with it a whole lot of inspiration, and we've got ideas and considerations for what we're going to do next. I would not be surprised for us to see the 7 of Cups come out. I kind of feel like, how do we choose from all the opportunity that's in front of us at this time? Let's see what's next. 7 of Coins. You know, I have just fallen in love with this card. I've shared with you all so many times that this card used to be an eye roller for me because it seemed to indicate waiting or impatience, and having switched up my frequency in my own language from waiting to allowing, and yeah, let's just stick with waiting to allowing and being in the flow, because this is a harvest card. It's a 7 as well, and we all know that the 7s are about creating heaven on earth on our foundation, and this is one of those cards, and it does speak to the investment of our energy. The character on the card is typically looking a little impatient, right, for the harvest to be ripe and ready for picking. And I see this instead as evidence of our dreams coming true, our fulfillment. And when we see the King of Coins come into the reading, we talk about him in terms of how he's so present, so here, and very much now. And in his now presence, he is unconcerned with the oncoming because he's so centered and grounded and adept at reinvesting a portion of the harvest. And you can see that here, where we're at ease in the 4 of Swords because we have reinvested in the oncoming harvest. So we're able to celebrate the now. And while the character on this card may look as though they are potentially weary, my feeling there is job well done, satisfaction for the investment. How many times have you gone into a project and put your all into it and stopped midway, somewhat exhausted but happy for it? That's what I feel here. Progress. Next, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Perfect card, because ultimately here, This is the harvest. This is the divine delivery system. These 7 coins are ripening on the vine forest, and they're paying energy forward, which will arrive on the Wheel of Fortune, which is also an alignment of our destiny. So take this message where it's most relevant to the circumstances, situations, and scenarios that are unfolding in your world, unique to you right now. And know that there is harvest to celebrate with in the now, and more in the oncoming. And the Wheel of Fortune is turning in our favor for all that we are investing in presently. And here we go now with the Star card. I love that this card is so present with us in recent readings. I think she was in yesterday's reading as well. This is our ongoing conversation, communication, energetic broadcast within our sphere of influence. And that conversation, connection, communication is happening with the divine all, which is why the wheel is turning in our favor. It is saying to us, all that you have been in creation for, are still in creation with, is divinely aligning with your soulful presence to arrive in perfect timing. If you even want to entertain the idea of timing, I would rather much go to allowing. It's so much more surprising and delightful. I love when the universe just puts its little touch of the unexpected on every aspect of our world. So allowing is the way to go here. Next we have Two of Swords. Great card. You know, this feels like a consideration for me, a connection for me to the 7 of Coins. As in, this character is so satisfied by the investment, by his or her investment in the harvest, that there is decision making going on over here for what to do with the bounty. What direction do we go in next? Again, this is why I feel the presence of the 7 of Cups. There's so many options, so many opportunities, and so much harvest on the vine for us that we're going to have more than one arena in our world to invest our manifestation energy into. Divine delivery system, star energy. So this is where some of the surprise and the delight comes from for me, looking at these cards now in rest, relaxation, and good old-fashioned, yeah, job well done, right? Okay, next card. 3 of Pentacles, exactly. How are we going to use what we have to create something that is lasting? The 3 of Coins is a collaborative card in a way. We are collaborating, perhaps with divine consciousness, perhaps even with our soulful presence as we make connection within our waking consciousness and making a choice, a decision for how we will masterfully use what's on offer to us. These are great cards. And I feel that this reading is just loaded with opportunity for us. So if some of you are looking for a sign from the universe that now is the time to take an action on, you fill in that blank. This is affirmative. Now is definitely the time to take an action on and be in consideration for reward that pays itself forward. So the investment now will bless you later, and it will create a bounty that will be reinvested and continue to bless you in the oncoming. It's cyclical. Excellent. Let's take a look at what's on the bottom of the deck. This is in the unseen, what the universe is providing, but the divine and cosmic gift of bliss, love, joy, and happiness on overflow. It's exactly what these cards are talking about. How can you, in harmony and unison with the divine intelligence, continue to keep this cup full and overflowing with love and bliss on your foundation? What can you do right now that adds to the turning of the momentum of this wheel to bring your dreams to life? Next we have Well, here it is again, the Three of Swords. I think this happened in yesterday's reading too, and this is a healing of the heart space. I love this, that this message is showing up too, because whatever old story we're telling ourselves in terms of our creative ideas and inspirations, or in terms of relationship connection with others, it is just that, an old story. And the universe is providing us with this gorgeous overflow of love, bliss, and happiness. So what does that have to do with your prior experience? You can weave it into the prior experience. Is that providing a reward in the now? It's more that the Three of Swords continues to show up in a gratitude and appreciation fashion here in the readings, meaning that we have perspective from the contrast of this Three of Swords, and we may at some points unknowingly be running the now through the old filter of the Three of Swords. And if that is something that we're doing, again, come at it with unconditional loving kindness, acceptance, and say, okay, yeah, I see this is an old story I tell myself. Truth is, my heart is healed. I'm overflowing with love, bliss, and joy here. So I have this moment of contrast to see my own great journey, my own great quest. And I can appreciate every experience within the journey and how it is shaped today. And this old story is no place to make choice and decision from. It's to make choice and decision, Two of Swords, from the Ace of Cups. So if you find yourself falling into an old filter, an old tale, catch it, love it, recognize it, have appreciation for it, and then take a dive right into that Ace of Cups, because that's where you are now. And then we have, I pulled this off the top, not the bottom. Page of Wands, fresh inspiration. Yeah, come at whatever is appearing in the now and in the oncoming that you can intuitively glimpse. Come at it with passion, and come at it with fresh enthusiasm, and indulge your own innocent, wide-eyed wonder for what can be in the Ace of Cups, overflowing from the Ace of Cups, rather than what once was off the Three of Swords. Bottom of the deck. Ten of Swords, right. Because this Three of Swords story has come to completion and fulfillment. We've gotten up and we've moved on. We've become a master on this Ten of Swords. So Three of Swords, as valuable as it is, we have grown, matured, developed, transformed, and integrated into a lifestyle more in keeping with the Ace of Cups. So again, if you find yourself in contemplation of what once was, really bring it into heart space. Be grateful. Be thankful that all those situations and circumstances unfolded in the first place, because they made you who you are today. And we have a revisit here from the Nine of Wands. This speaks yet again to the enduring quest, our enduring energy for the quest we've been on to create an Ace of Cups lifestyle. So I feel the cards from the bottom of the deck, save one from the top with the page, the cards from the bottom of the deck are speaking to what got us here to the 4 and into the 7. And in harmonious alignment with what the Wheel of Fortune is delivering. And our choice to use what's being delivered to our foundation, to use what's being delivered like a master would. 3 of Coins. Okay, I feel like there's still a couple more here. Oh yeah, look at that. I think we'll stop on that one. 10 of Cups. 3 tens in the reading now with the Wheel of Fortune, the 10 of Swords, and now the 10 of Cups, because we've turned our Ace of Cups into the 10 of Cups. It's exactly what the cards were pointing at from the get-go here. It's why we invest the way we do on the 7 of Coins. It is why we endure the more challenging aspects of the journey. We don't wave a white flag. We do not surrender. We keep right on going in unconditional loving kindness and happiness. And that's what creates the Ten of Cups. So these cards off the bottom of the deck are great confirmation from the universe at large, letting you know this is an amazing journey. Be mindful of your filter. Be mindful of your story, because if you're living in the Three of Swords, you're putting that Ace of Cups perhaps out of your own reach. Okay, angel answers. These cards are for confirmation purposes to something unique to you. They're great at answering questions, or they're just your angels whispering to you today. First card. Oh, here's one we haven't seen in a while. Be assertive. Most definitely. Especially if you're tangling a bit in your ego with your Three of Swords past experiences. Be assertive there. Be assertive with your unconditional loving kindness. Step up to the mirror. Give yourself a pep talk. Remind yourself of how amazing you are. Emphatically, yes, you are. Cards on the floor. The situation will improve. We've seen a bit of this one lately, and my feeling here is the situation has improved. And this is another card that confirms the contrast of the Three of Swords from another period of life experience to the now. And when we have, I think we had the Hanged Man recently too. So when we pause in the action, in the energy, and we take stock of the journey, the situation will improve, is a card that reminds us of just how far we've come. All right, one more card here. We have the Opportunity card coming out. Beautiful, because that's another great confirmation to the earlier part of the message. There's so much harvest on the vine. There's so much abundance and bounty on offer to us that we will have a multitude of opportunities for how we are at play with all of those opportunities, how we will invest that energy, and how it will create more of our gorgeous Ten of Cups. Now, from the Sacred Forest Oracle, we have, this is how our soulful presence is whispering to us today. We have the Daffodil Fairy. New beginnings. Yeah, new beginnings, fresh off the vine. What are you going to do with those? And Enchanted Map. How are we moving on the Enchanted Map today? We've got coming together. What a beautiful card. Yes, Divine Union. This is a message that is consistent for us recently because our self-relationship is so powerfully strong, resolute, and sovereign. We show up strong, resolute, and sovereign, and the universe, Wheel of Fortune, meets us there. And as the wheel turns, that's how we connect in all of our relationships. How gorgeous is that? Ten of Cups. Have a beautiful Wednesday, everybody. Tell us about your full moon experiences in the comments. Peace, happiness, laughter. Namaste.